Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Bobby Balo from Raytown Productions with another reaction video. I woke up this morning, didn't think anything cool was going to happen today, and then I got a little notification that Architects uploaded a new track called Dead Butterflies. So you know I'm going to dig into this one. So I'm going to watch the video for the first time today, and as I start hearing things in production or mixing or mastering choices, I'm going to point those things out. We're going to go back and really do a deep dive into the technical construction of this song. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get into it. Oh yeah. Nice. So we have this long build right in the beginning. And that's just to build a bunch of anticipation. Hold up. I think I just heard trumpets in an Architect song. Hang on. We gotta check this out. Backing it up. Those are on the sides, so we'll be able to pinpoint those using this. So let's listen again and see if it sounds like trumpets. I think it's a trumpet. It's definitely some sort of like horns. That's a new one for me, man. I've never heard of like a metalcore type band with trumpets in it. It's like metalcore ska. But it sounds cool, man. I think it was the right choice. I mean, there's other things there too. We can hear like a synth pad layer in there. Man, that's wild. Letting the song breathe. Yeah. Let's go back a second because there's some really interesting things I want to point out. As we're getting out of that opening riff, you know, it's really big and powerful. They let it breathe a little bit, right? So the drums get out of the way. It's just like this nice vocal melody and some of the synth. Now, I want to point out something about that synth. If you listen, it has a very definitive rhythm to it, right? And it's pretty quick, right? It sounds like eighth notes or something. 16th notes. Here, let me pull it up so you guys can hear it. So let's listen to the sides again. What I like so much about that element is the pulsing and that pattern helps to keep the energy there, right? It's like it keeps the song feeling linear. It doesn't feel like start, stop, start, stop. It feels like now we have like this continuous flow through the song. And that little pulsation that we have from that synth really kind of drives this part because there's not much going on, right? It's a very delicate part with the vocals and in these different textures from the synths. So that's really cool. I was not expecting it to go soft again, but this is interesting. They now have the drums coming in, right? So the first time it got nice and quiet, we had that textured pulsing thing to keep the energy. Now we have the drums there to kind of give it a little bit more energy and help it build. Okay, so let's see where they're going to take it. So the drums are helping build that intensity, right? We have the snare roll. Oh, this song's awesome. Man, this is a hell of a ballad for this genre. I'm loving this. Let's go back and talk a little bit about the drummer and how they get out of this transition and what they're doing to keep it interesting. So the first thing is I'm not sure if this is a synth or a guitar. So it's pan dead center. So that synth or guitar is supposed to draw our attention to it. It sounds like a guitar playing really fast legato notes. Let's talk about this transition too here. Notice what they're doing. Let me zoom in. Anytime we have like a big part coming up or a big part in general, the only way that we can make those parts hit right, with a lot of energy and a lot of power, is that you have to, just before it, you have to draw some sort of contrast. And so some ways people do that is with different instrumentation. Sometimes they'll filter out different frequencies to take something away from the part before. Or in this case, we have a reduction of the instruments. So we have these like the guitars cut out, and then we just have like a synth holding and then the vocals. And then we have this little hint that it's about to get heavy by the drummer, giving us that flam right here. Had architects not gotten rid of those guitars and all the elements before that, it would have been a really underwhelming chorus. Okay, so this is super important, and this is exactly how you make a chorus pop. Let's keep going. This song is dope. Let's listen. There are a lot of orchestral elements happening, and they're very wide in the mix. And that is just to kind of help the chorus, again, pop. It'll make it sound like when everybody comes in, everything surrounds you now. So let me just point it out. We'll be able to hear it a lot better if we play just the sides. Yeah, you hear all that? Like, sometimes it's hard to hear these things if you don't have tools like this to get rid of all the stuff in the middle. So we're getting rid of the drums and the vocals, and we're just listening to the elements on the side. But listen to the extra melodies that are harmonizing with like the chord progression of the guitars. It's beautiful. And we're also now getting vocal harmonies, like singing vocal harmonies that are complementing this like scream singing that we have. You up here, those harmonies? Helping to support the lead vocal. Awesome, man. Let's keep it going. See, it's getting this contrast, right? So something heavy is going to happen. We're building up to it. Called it. That whole section, this is like the guitar solo, right? But this is a ballad. I think it was tasteful not to throw some really shreddy thing on top of it. Like, I really like that it's just kind of more of like a jammy part, right? It's just adding a little bit, something a little different. It seems to be following the melody of the vocals a little bit more. It just feels right, There's like a crazy phaser thing going on. Let me see if we can hear that. So actually, what I was calling a guitar solo, it sounds like it's a synthesizer. It's just like some crazy, I don't know, crazy thing. I can't think of a name for it. Do you hear all these extra layers of vocals now? Lost myself in a cloud of... You got one more in them? All right. Oh, crazy. Very heavy orchestral influence on the end. It's almost like the guitars went away and they just brought in an orchestra. Before we get to that, though, listen to all the orchestral elements that are in this little bit of a break right before that final chorus. this is all foreshadow, right? They're putting some of the elements that they're adding in the final chorus in this little bridge part. And it's just going to make it so when we get to the chorus, it feels familiar. Okay, really, really cool trick to do in songwriting is to add those elements before a part. And so you kind of subconsciously pick it up as a listener, and then you just like already know the melody and you don't know why. This is how you do it. But listen to all these elements. There's even these weird little texture things. Listen to the orchestra. It's so loud, right? You almost can't hear the guitar. Extra harmonies here. Oh, cool. So they're extending the chorus. Sometimes what a lot of pop music will do is they'll just repeat the chorus again, maybe add in some extra vocals or something. They didn't do that. They took another piece. It was almost like a bridge from earlier. Normally there'd be like 16 measures, like in a chorus or something. So they just, instead of doubling the chorus, they did like one and a half, essentially. But they mixed it up a little bit. So we get the tempo changes, right? The drummer's now playing a faster beat. And there's an emphasis on the upbeat now, okay? And it just kind of helps to build excitement without going too crazy, right? This is a ballad. You don't want to just like start doing blast beats or something. That's a home run. This song is awesome. Wow, I'm super impressed. I didn't think Architects could pull off like a really slow, powerful ballad like this, but they way over delivered. Be sure to check out the original so you can jam out to it without all these stupid interruptions and all my commentary. I'll have a link to that in the description. It's called Dead Butterflies by Architects. And if you like these kind of analyses or you make music, be sure to check out my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos every single week on topics ranging from mixing and mastering tutorials to gear reviews, software, all sorts of fun stuff. So you don't want to miss any of that. I also have a Facebook community called the Home Studio Fast Track. So if you're a music creator and you want to meet and learn with other music creators and level up your game, definitely check it out. It's a really, really cool community. It is very supportive, and I think you're going to love it. With that, I'll catch you in the next video.